Hi, this is Creative by Design, and on today, I wanted to kind of share with you how to even out your skin tone. You may be like myself, where I have dark circles under my eyes, which are hereditary. I inherited from my family, and the way that I am able to, the way that I am able to correct some of the flaws that I have with my skin is that I use makeup. So today I want to share how I even out my skin tone. Most of the time we think that skin tone or makeup is just for people just trying to cover up something. Well, that's true to some point, but a lot of times it helps to be a corrective measure for those that may have imperfections in their skin. Most of the time you may see people with flawless skin, and most of the time it's makeup that helps to amplify that beauty or that natural beauty, because just because you wear makeup does not mean that you have to pack it on or make it look super flawless or superficial. But sometimes you can even, use makeup just to correct and just to make things more perfected. Even the most beautiful woman in the world needs a bit of touch up every now and then. If she gets acne or she get a scar from God knows where. So I just wanted you to continue to watch this video as I share with you on how I even out my skin tone. Remember that most of these tutorials that I will begin to share with you are based on my experience with my own skin. I'm not a professional by any measures necessary. I'm just really doing this as a hobby. And I get people to say that they really enjoy my makeup. So I thought, why not share it with the world? So that's what I'm going to do with you on today. But you have to realize that the trick is to make it appear as if you're not wearing makeup at all. You don't want to make it so obvious that you're wearing makeup. Even if you are using foundations, you have to be very careful on the foundation that you use. That's the most important part of the steps that you take to make your skin look presentable the way you want it to. So I'm going to give you a few steps to help you to even out your skin. First, before you do anything, rule number one is a nice exfoliate. Chances are, if you don't exfoliate daily or weekly, you'll begin to get dead cells that come on your skin because you produce dead cells on a daily basis. And what happens is when you try to put makeup on dead cells, it'll look scaly. And it also make you look a bit older than you really are when you put on the makeup, because it'll look cracked and it'll look just imperfect. So make sure that you at least once a week, make sure you exfoliate your skin so the foundation can go on smoothly. Once you do that, next most important part is prep your face before you even put the foundation on. And what I mean by that is that you want to take a moisturizer. And this is just a moisturizer that I like to use. Is any moisturizer that's good for your skin. I kind of use a moisturizer that helps with my dry skin. And also I use a moisturizer that helps to treat pimples and any kind of acne that tries to come. It helps to kind of stigmatize, so to speak, those areas that I have trouble with as far as acne is concerned. I mean, this is basically my face without makeup. It's not really severe bad where it needs makeup, but there is areas that need to be touched up. Like I said, once again, the redness around the eyes, which is hereditary, and the imperfections from probably acne scars or just being a tomboy and being hit in the head with all kinds of things that you wouldn't even think of. So I do have like scars from getting stitches when I was a kid. My brother we was throwing steaks at a trash bag, and I went to grab my steak, and my brother threw his steak at the bag, and yeah, he missed the bag and hit me in my head and left me with stitches. But the point is, the next step that you want to make sure that you utilize is make sure that you prep that face, which I'm going to do right now. Going to make sure that I get a nice moisturizer on my face and glide the moisturizer all over my face. And what this does, it helps to plump the face and get it prepared for the next step. Also, another way that you can help pump up the face or plump the face is a primer. I'm not going to apply a primer today. I haven't really been needing a primer because my makeup still lasts with the moisturizer. But on top of the moisturizers, you also want to apply a primer. And what the primer does, it basically has something for the foundation to stick on. So when you apply it, it'll last longer than normal. So get you a nice primer. And our next step, after we exfoliate the skin and after we apply our primer or moisturizer, or maybe you have a moisturizer primer, you apply that, and then you make the next step is that you begin to even out that skin, which is the main reason for this tutorial. And what I use to even out my skin, I use Studio. I know my camera kind of sucks, but this is Studio Fix Fluid, and I use the SP15, and my number is an NC50. You might be lighter or darker, so get something that fits your skin. Make sure you go to a professional to be able to help you or assist you with getting the right foundation, because the worst thing you can do is get a foundation too lighter than your skin and it actually just sits on your skin. You actually can tell you have the makeup, it look like a mask and not blended with the skin, and you can get it too dark at the same hand. So go to a professional. They have a lot of makeup setups where you can get your face done, and you can have them to work with you on what type of foundation will be right for your skin. However, the downside of that is that, say you want to get your foundation from like I like to go to a pharmaceutical store like CVS or Walgreens, and those are just my preference. They have a really good makeup selection, and I really enjoy a lot of the makeup that's offered through those streams. But, you know, usually one of the things that's been working for me for the last couple of years is been MAC, which is a popular brand. So next I'm going to take a couple of squirts of the foundation, as you can see there, and I'm going to take my foundation brush. You see that? Take my foundation brush, and I'm going to take some of the foundation. Usually I use my finger because I don't like to waste product, but for this tutorial, I'm going to use my foundation brush, and I'm going to tap it on my cheeks and my nose. And usually you'll start at your nose because you get the most proportion on your nose. And that's because if you have lighter skin, most of the time that's the reddest area of your skin from veins or whatever. But with me, I don't really have that problem. So I pretty much start on my cheeks where the discoloration is. You want to take the foundation and you want to spot it around. And this, once again, is how I apply my foundation. And usually I'll use my finger, and then you just stroke it out. And even now, if I start on one side, you can tell the difference already on how much a difference this foundation has on my skin. So you're going to just smooth that out. Need a little bit more here. I have a lot of coverage. And one thing about MAC is that if you want coverage, I usually use the MAC Studio Flex. But if you have skin, you just pretty much have oily skin, and you really don't need a foundation, you can just take some powder and just take you a brush, a blend brush, and put it all over your skin just to take some of the oil out, where you just dust it over, briskly dust it over. But as you can see already, the difference that this makes, even in the skin. But once again, if it's too light or if it's too dark, it will be noticeable. So make sure you get the one that applies to you, and apply only on the areas that need it most. And my whole face, since it's discolored and I just really need to blend it out, I apply it to the entire face. But usually, like I said, around the nose, if you have problems with veins around side your nose and your cheeks, which is a lot of people have a lot of large pockets on their cheek. And when I had gained some weight, I had noticed that my pores in my skin were getting rather larger. So those were areas that I used to have to apply the foundation to. But I don't have much time, so we're going to move on to the next step. Usually what I do, like with this brush, sometimes it streaks the skin, where it leaves streak marks on your skin. And another thing, I don't go under my